All day on August 7, American troops continued their advance to the south near Vera on the right flank of the German offensive. The 116th Armored Division, which was supposed to advance in this sector, was actually pushed back. In the afternoon, the 1st SS Panzer Division and the 116th Armored Division launched another attack, but they were stopped on the flanks of the positions at Mortain, allowing the US 7 Corps to hold back the German advance. Meanwhile, Bradley sent 2 armored combat groups against the German southern flank. On August 8, one of these groups, from the 2nd Armored Division, attacked 2 SS tank divisions from the rear. Although fighting near Mortain continued for several more days, by then there was no prospect of further success for the German forces. The Germans issued an order to go on the defensive across the entire front, but communication problems and ultimately the delay in issuing this order led to the troops being unable to carry it out. Some German units were retreating, while others were preparing to hold their positions. As the 1st U.S. Army counterattacked German forces near Mortain, the 3rd Army of Patton moved unhindered across open terrain into the rear of the German troops, capturing Le Mans on August 8. On the same day, the 1st Canadian Army attacked the weakened German positions south of Caen during Operation Totalize and threatened to break through to Falaise, but this attack halted after 2 days. In desperation, Hitler ordered a renewed offensive on Mortain with greater force and also demanded that the 9th Armored Division, nearly the only one defending against Patton east of Le Mans, went to Mortain to participate in a new attack. The commander of the West Tank Group, Heinrich Eberbach, was ordered to form a new headquarters called Eberbach's Tank Group to command the new offensive. Von Kleist, fearing he might be considered by the Gestapo to be involved in the assassination attempt on Hitler, agreed to this suicidal order. Eberbach proposed another counterattack, but due to changes in the situation on the front, it was never implemented. By August 13, after the Germans withdrew from Mortain, the German offensive came to a complete halt. The Wehrmacht's tank divisions lost more than 150 tanks due to counterattacks and Allied bombings, nearly half of their strength. When Hitler ordered German troops in Normandy to hold their positions, the 7 and 15 Corps of the U.S. deployed east and north toward Argenton. Germany's advance in the western direction left the 7th Army and the Tank Group West at risk of being surrounded by Allied forces. Once American troops captured Argenton, British and Canadian forces began advancing on Falaise, threatening to cut off both German armies in the newly formed Falaise pocket. Although American losses in the Lüttich operation were significantly lower than in previous operations, in some areas of the front, particularly at the positions occupied by the 30th Division around Mortain, the Americans suffered massive losses. By the end of August 7, nearly 1,000 men from the 30th Division had been killed. Estimates of American losses during the period of August 6 to 13 range from 2,000 to 3,000 dead, with an unknown number of wounded. On August 14, Canadian troops began Operation Tractable in conjunction with American forces north of Chambalt. On August 19, the brigade of the 1st Polish Armored Division joined the forces of the 90th Infantry Division. As a result, about 50,000 German soldiers found themselves in a bag. By August 21, the attempts by the Germans to break the encirclement were thwarted, and all German troops in the bag surrendered to the Allied forces, effectively ending the existence of the German 7th Army.